Now, the last one I have there is workforce mobility. How many of you have ever done any hiring? Yes, quite a few? If you flash back in time 20 years ago and you're looking at resumes and you've got somebody that's got 6 jobs in the last 10 years, how do you feel about that person? Sorry? They're not stable. They're a troublemaker. They can't fit in, right? Today, you get a resume that says multiple jobs in the last 10 years. How do you feel? Yeah, they're experienced. They're well-rounded. They've got diverse, completely different perception. And why? Because the workforce moves nowadays. Okay? Now, so what? Well, I used to work with United Airlines. That was my first real job out of school. Okay? When I got to United, I took over. How many of you taken a flight in the last couple months? Anybody? Yeah? John, where'd you go? Oh, you didn't raise your hand? Joseph, where'd you go? Mexico. Where'd you fly into? Mexico City?
No, we're going to Cancun.
Cancun. Great. Now everybody's distracted. Thanks a lot. Okay. So I want to fly from Philadelphia to Cancun, and the reservations agent says, great, Joseph, you can do that. We've got a flight leaving at 8:43, and it's going to arrive at 11:16, right? And the first thing you think of is what kind of moron came up with that, right? That was me. Are you all familiar with Dilbert? Yeah, I was Dilbert for United Airlines. Okay, I sat in the sea of cubicles and analyzed my numbers all day and said, here's how long it takes to get from point A to point B. Okay, but when I was brought in to do that at United, I was replacing a gentleman who had been there for 36 years. Okay, they brought me in 6 months before he retired. He showed me the ropes. Okay, and the plan was for me to do it for the next 36 years. Now, problem was, after 18 months, I left with 2 weeks' notice. Now, all of a sudden, this super critical function for the airline had nobody that knew how to do it. All right? What's the point? Well, as you look at process focus, in an organization that has heavy seniority, jobs rotate every 20 years or so, carrying all your process knowledge around in somebody's head might not be the ideal situation, but you can get by. But if positions are going to rotate every 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, if you let somebody walk out with all the process knowledge up here, you're starting from scratch every so often. And that's a very dangerous position to be in today's business world. True or not true? Yeah? So the focus on process because of workforce mobility is a necessity as well.